Okay, hi Year 9. I hope you got on well with Lesson 1. I'm going to quickly run through that. Now, as you can see, it says 9.1 here, but no matter what class you're in, you're working from the same booklet, so this advice is for all of you, okay? Thank you to those who have handed it in so far. I'm sure that many more of you will hand it in as well. Now, for Lesson 1, what I asked you to do was just look at those keywords and to write down what you thought they meant, okay? And you could have also have Googled what they actually meant. So I'm going to go through what these words mean pretty quickly. So at any point that you need to pause the video and go back to your original work and make corrections, you can do. And obviously come back to the video then, okay? So maiden voyage, that is just the first voyage a ship makes. Commercial, some of you might have said adverts. It's along those sorts of lines, okay? So we're talking here about commercial shipping, so that is ships carrying goods, to do with business, that sort of thing. Naval is to do with shipping and the sea. Maritime is the same thing, to do with shipping and the sea. An interpretation is an opinion. Immigration, that's when people enter a country from another country. And emigration is when people leave one country to go to another country. So very, very similar. So make sure you've got those right. En route means kind of on the journey. Eclectic means a wide range of. A feat means an achievement. Knots is how they measure speed at sea. Poignant is kind of like, hard on to explain that. I suppose poignant is, it makes you think. It's quite thoughtful. Quite moving, perhaps, like it gives you that emotional response. The stern of the ship, trying to remember now. The stern of the ship, I'm fairly sure the stern is the back of the ship, okay? I could be wrong. That's either the front or the back. I'm pretty sure it's the back of the ship, and the bow is the front of the ship. If anyone knows that and I've got it wrong, correct me. Brittle, something that breaks fairly easily. And the hull, that is like the bottom of the ship. Okay, so very quickly run through those words. As I said, go back to your original booklet, make any corrections that you need to, or fill in any blanks. All right, so get that done. So in terms of this lesson's work, what I'd like you to do is to try and work out what this graph is telling you about immigration to America, right? So people go into America. So here, if you're writing it in the booklet, you can delete these lines and then write your answer in, or you can do it on paper if you want to. It's up to you, whatever you find easiest. But I'd like you to use some statistics, okay? So tell me, a specific year and specific numbers, and tell me generally about the trend in the numbers of people going to live in America. All right? For this activity, it's very, very old handwriting. So you need to look at this column, all right? And it says, look at the extract of the original passenger list. List the different nationalities you can see. There are 6 in total. So it's very old handwriting. I appreciate that. It is, a genuine script that was kept, obviously, offshore from the Titanic. Otherwise, it would have gone down with the ship. But in this column here, you should be able to make up some countries that people came from. And again, either write those straight into the boxes or write those on paper, okay? For the next activity, it says finding colour in the countries you identified. Well, you're not going to be able to do that really directly onto the Google Slides. If you are quite proficient at using Google Slides, you might be able to put like a circle shape over the countries. So give that a go if you can. But try and think about reasons why people would leave these countries, okay? So that's all I'd like you to do for lesson 2. And then next lesson again, I'll tell you the reasons why people left. And I'll tell you the 6 countries. And I'll tell you who points you can make from this graph, okay? So hopefully, be able to give that a good go. But the next lesson, always respond to the feedback as well, okay? All right, thank you, Year 9.